Captain Elias Thorne, retired from the Terran Federation's endless wars against the Zelther Dominion, stared at the holographic deed flickering in his palm. At 78 years old, his body was a patchwork of scars and cybernetic implants, souvenirs from battles on a dozen worlds. The wars had taken everything: his squad, his family, his will to live. Now all he wanted was a quiet place to fade away. The abandoned alien base on Epsilon Eridani 4 fit the bill. Listed as derelict Zelther outpost on a shady interstellar auction site, it was cheap, barely a fraction of his pension. No one wanted it. The planet was a barren rock, scorched by solar flares and riddled with radiation leaks from old Dominion experiments. Perfect isolation. Elias had outbid a scrap dealer and a conspiracy theorist. The deed was his. He piloted his battered shuttle down through the thin atmosphere, landing on a cracked platform overgrown with crystalline weeds. The base loomed like a forgotten tomb, massive domes of iridescent alloy, half buried in dust storms. Elias suited up in his old combat armor, more habit than necessity, and stepped out. The air was breathable, but toxic enough to shave years off a healthy life. He didn't have years left anyway. Inside, the base was a labyrinth of echoing corridors. Dim emergency lights hummed to life as he activated the power core with a jury-rigged fusion pack. Rooms filled with dusty consoles, holographic projectors flickering with ghost data, and strange artifacts, Zelther tech, abandoned after their defeat in the border wars. Elias found a central chamber, what might have been a command center, and set up camp. A cot, a ration synthesizer, and a bottle of cheap whiskey. This was where he'd end it on his terms. Days blurred into nights under the planet's erratic rotation. Elias wandered the base, piecing together its history from fragmented logs. It had been a research outpost, experimenting with wormhole tech before the Federation bombed the Dominion back to their core worlds. He felt a twisted kinship with the place, both relics of a war no one remembered fondly. One evening, as he sat watching a holographic star map, nursing his drink, alarms blared. Proximity sensors he'd rigged screamed to life. Elias grabbed his plasma rifle, instincts kicking in despite the arthritis in his joints. "Intruder," he muttered, hobbling to the outer airlock. The figure that emerged from the dust storm was no scavenger. Tall and slender, cloaked in a shimmering environmental suit, it moved with an alien grace. Zelther. Elias recognized the physiology immediately. Elongated limbs, iridescent skin peeking through the visor, and those multifaceted eyes that could see in spectra humans couldn't dream of. The alien raised its hands, four-fingered, webbed, in a universal gesture of peace. Elias kept his rifle trained, finger itching on the trigger. "Who the hell are you?" Elias growled through his suit's external speaker. The alien's suit translated in a melodic, synthetic voice. "I am Zorith, custodian of this facility. You are trespassing on Zelther property." Elias laughed, a bitter bark. "Trespassing? I bought this dump fair and square. Deeds in my name. Federation auction, post-war salvage rights." Zorith tilted its head, eyes flickering. "Auctions? Salvage? This base was never abandoned. It was placed in stasis. I am its owner, returned from exile." "Exile?" Elias lowered the rifle slightly but didn't holster it. The Zelther Dominion had fractured after the wars. Many officers fled to neutral space. This one looked old, too skin-dulled, movements deliberate. "Stasis my ass," Elias said. "It's been rotting here for decades. No one's claimed it. Now it's mine. I came here to die in peace. So leave or I'll make sure you join me." Zorith didn't flinch. Instead, it removed its helmet, revealing a face etched with scars not unlike Elias's own. "Die? Intriguing. Humans are so dramatic. But this base holds secrets you cannot comprehend. Allow me entry, and perhaps we can negotiate." Elias hesitated. Killing an alien now felt pointless. What was one more body on his conscience? He stepped aside, rifle still ready. "Fine. But try anything, and I'll ventilate you." They moved to the command center. Zorith interfaced with a console, fingers dancing over holographic keys. The room brightened, systems awakening that Elias hadn't touched. "You are a warrior," Zorth observed, scanning Elias's implants. Federation Marine? Captain. Saw action on Vega Prime, the Orion Siege, you name it. Elias poured another drink. Killed plenty of your kind. Zorth's eyes dimmed. And many of yours. I commanded this outpost during the experiments. We sought to bend space-time to outflank your fleets. But the wars ended and I was branded a failure. Exiled. Elias snorted. Sounds familiar. Heroes one day, forgotten the next. They sat in uneasy silence, the base humming around them. Zorth shared stories of the Dominion's glory, of battles where Zelther psionic fields turned human minds to mush. Elias countered with tales of grit, humans charging through hellfire, adapting tech on the fly, refusing to break. You humans, Zorth said, almost admiringly, possess a tenacity that defies logic. We called it the unyielding spark. Elias felt a pang. It had been years since anyone talked to him like this. Not since his squad died on Altair V. Days passed. Zorth didn't leave. Instead, it began repairing systems, explaining the base's true purpose. A prototype wormhole generator, hidden in the depths. Not abandoned, Zorth insisted. Safeguarded. The Dominion may rise again. Elias helped grudgingly. His engineering skills from the wars proved useful, jury-rigging human tech with alien components. They argued constantly about the wars, ethics, the universe's cruelty. But in the lulls, they shared meals from the synthesizer, Zorth sampling human rations with distaste. You eat this sludge? Zorth asked, poking at a protein bar. Better than starving on a dropship, Elias replied. Try the whiskey. Zorth did, its face contorting. Burns like plasma fire, yet invigorating. One night, as they worked on the generator, Elias collapsed. His heart, weakened by years of stims and radiation, faltered. Pain shot through his chest. Zorth reacted instantly, psionic tendrils extending from its mind, stabilizing his vitals. Your biology is fragile. Why seek death here? Elias gasped, recovering. Because I'm tired. Lost everyone. What's left? Zorth paused. I too lost kin. My clutchmates perished in your bombardments. Exile was my death sentence. But this base, it's my legacy. For the first time, Elias saw vulnerability in the aliens' eyes. Not enemies anymore, just two broken souls in a vast, indifferent galaxy. Alarms shattered the fragile peace. Sensors detected incoming ships, not Federation, not Dominion. Pirates. A marauder fleet, drawn by rumors of the base's tech, broadcast demands. Surrender the wormhole device or die. Elias and Zorth barricaded the entrances. They outnumber us, Zorth said. 20 vessels. Elias grinned, adrenaline surging. Numbers don't mean shit. We're on home turf. They activated defenses, automated turrets, force fields. Zorth manned the psionic arrays, disrupting enemy comms. Elias led the ground fight, his old rifle barking plasma bolts as pirates breached the outer domes. Flank left, Elias shouted, dodging fire. A bolt grazed his armor, but he pressed on, cybernetics whining. Zorth joined the fray, its body enhanced by the base's tech, unleashing energy waves that crumpled attackers. For the Dominion, it cried. For humanity. Elias roared back. The battle raged. Pirates poured in, humans, aliens, mercenaries. Elias took a hit to the leg, blood soaking his suit. Zorth dragged him to cover, sealing the wound with a medical field. Why save me? Elias wheezed. Because you remind me of what we lacked. Heart. Not just survival, but defiance. Together, they pushed back. Elias rigged explosives from scavenged parts, collapsing tunnels on invaders. Zorth activated the wormhole prototype, creating microportals that swallowed enemy squads whole. The pirate leader, a hulking cyborg, charged the command center. Elias met him head-on, rifle empty, switching to his combat knife. They grappled, Elias's age against the machine's strength. Punch cracked his ribs. Zorth intervened, psionically overloading the cyborg's implants. It exploded in a shower of sparks. The remaining pirates fled, their fleet limping away. In the aftermath, the base smoked, but stood. Elias lay bandaged, heart monitor beeping steadily. Zorith had jury-rigged a stabilizer from alien tech. "You could have let me die," Elias said weakly. Zorith sat beside him. "And missed the chance to see a human's fuck yeah in action?" "No." Elias chuckled, pain lancing through him. "HFY, that's what we call it. Humanity, fuck yeah." Zorith's eyes brightened. "Apartment. You bought this base to die, but perhaps live instead? Help me restore it. Not for war but exploration. Wormholes to new worlds." Elias stared at the star map. For the first time in years, he felt a flicker, not of resignation, but purpose. His heart, scarred and weary, warmed. "Deal," he said. "But we do it our way. Human tenacity, Zelther cunning." Zorith extended a hand. Elias clasped it. In the ruins of an abandoned base, two veterans found not death, but alliance. And in that bond, the unyielding spark burned brighter than ever. Months later, the base hummed with activity. Elias, his health bolstered by alien medicine, stood at the wormhole controls. Zorith beside him. "Ready?" the alien asked. Elias nodded. "Fuck yeah." The portal opened, a gateway to the unknown. Together, they stepped through Warriors Reborn.